What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to the joiners, shout out to the point of view crew, and trip on this. So the video is called, Did I Disrespect the Blacks? Now, if you've been following this channel for any length of time, you may recognize that title. Because I've used it in the past, sort of, because I have, Did I Disrespect the Southsiders? I have a video, Did I Disrespect the Aryan Brotherhood? So it's turned into a series at this point, and everyone's going to get their turn. And today it's, Did I Disrespect the Blacks? And the reason why I'm even able to make videos like this, because in jail, in prison, every single day is another issue. Every single minute, not day, shoot, every single moment is another issue. Someone else feels disrespected. And as soon as the issue gets handled or an issue gets squashed, guess what? Another issue arises. And now someone feels slighted. Now this has to be taken care of. So, bro, I have so much to talk about. And we're going to kick it off in this video with 3 stories. Did I disrespect the blacks? Now, you might be saying, hey, bro, you disrespected them already. You disrespected them from Jump Street as soon as you push record, because what's up with calling them blacks? Rude, some might say, and I've heard it. However, though, back up, crawdad, because I didn't come up with that term. I didn't wake up today and decide to refer to the African American or the people of color or whatever term you want to use. I didn't just decide to say, hey, let's call them blacks. That was way before me. Even the correctional officers use it. You may see a cell that has no bodies in it, a totally open cell, and you're like, hey, I'd like to have that cell and, move from my cell into that one because that one's closer to the TV or closer to the, I want that cell. And you'll ask a correctional officer, a cop on the tier, hey, can I change cells? And he might say, no, that's a black cell. You have to leave that for the blacks. Or, hey, what's on TV? I don't know, ask the blacks, a cop may say. Today is the black TV. The black haircuts. It's blacks, whites, northerners, southerners, and Pisces. Be that as it may, let's just kick it off, homeboy, and I'm going to start like this. So, back when I got attacked by the canine, I nearly got my leg bitten off by a canine, a police dog, to the point where I had to have plastic surgery. So they take me from the hospital, put me in a county jail, and they put me into F2. I never been into F-Pod in county jail before. It's F1 through 6. Now, F-Pod, F1 through 6, belongs to the Norteños. And I've heard all kinds of tales about how the woods go in there and they always got to fight. It's on and cracking with Norteños. And I was not very happy about being put in there. Quiet as it's kept, bro. They tell me I'm going to F-Pod. I'm like, snarf, snarf. Okay, it's on and cracking. I got this busted up leg where I got plastic surgery and all these stitches. And I also had a pouch of tobacco. So I go rolling in F2. I see one of the older homeboys and I say, hey, brother, I got a pouch of tobacco. I'm not breaking off these northerners anything. Because I've heard the woods go in there with tobacco and they try to tax them, they charge rent, make them pay. I said, I ain't coming off nothing. But he really surprised me when he said there's no Norteños in here. The Norteños and the Pisces got in a big riot. Cops took all the Norteños out. They basically lost their block, their pod. They lost F2. So now it's woods, blacks, and Pisces in F2. That's it. That's all. I got to keep my tobacco, didn't have to break nobody off, and I'm kicking it in programming. Now, pinochle is a very, very fun game. I love pinochle, as do people who play it. You can't play and not love it. You're going to get addicted to it. I never have been able to catch a game out on the streets. Homeboys know how to play, always too busy. Bro, I love pinochle. I'd love to get a game going. It's really, bro, it's very easy to pass the time. You'll start playing at 10 o'clock, bro. Next thing you know, it's 4. It's fun, and everyone loves it. And that's why I was not surprised when I was at F2, and a couple of the white boys told me, hey, Splinter, do you want to get a pinochle game going? And I was like, hell yeah, dog, let's do it. Let's shoot it. Let's shoot some knucks. So I get some coffee going, and I go there, get ready to sit down at the table, and it's 2 white dudes and a black guy. And that's how they wanted it to go down. It was going to be 3 woods and a black dude playing pinochle because that's all that was there that knew how to play. There's no Southsiders. No Norteños couldn't play with them even if they were there. Pisces don't know how to shoot pinochle. It's not one of their games. Bro, this is all the players we got, Splinter. If you want to play pinochle, let's do it. Us three woods. You know, this black dude's going to sit in as the fourth man. And I was like, no, bro. I mean, I can't. That'd be breaking a rule. Nah, come on, Splinter. You don't got to be like that, the white boy said. It's all good. It's just us here. Nobody's going to say anything. Let's just shoot some knuckle, bro. We're short a player. He's going to sit in. What's the big deal? I'm like, the big deal is it's a rule. For one, I know how it can follow you. And two, I'd be a straight up hypocrite if I abided by that rule every other time and then afterwards moving forward. But this little time period right here, I go ahead and put my blinders on. I go ahead and ignore the rule. Or no, I don't ignore it. I break the rule. And then later on, what? I enforce it. Later on, a couple months, a year down the road, I find some white dude, you know, he's playing cards with the blacks and I got to enforce it. What a hypocrite I would be. In my heart of hearts, I'd be like, damn, Splinter, what about that one time? I just don't feel right doing it and I'm not going to do it. And then the Woods felt really, I mean, what could they do? They hang their head low. They felt stupid. I didn't try to make them feel stupid, but now they know that they were going to go ahead and, homeboy, I can't think of the right word, but they were going to, I pushed pause to try to find that word and I still can't find it. Let's just be simple about it. I'm a simple man. Those Woods are being fake, bro. They're straight out fake, man. And I wasn't going to be fake. I was all about the business. Only my second violation I was getting ready to do on my P number. And no, dude, I'm not going to come rolling in here in F2 and sit down and play cards with the blacks. So after I got into it with the Woods a little bit, because I made them feel stupid, and they tried to pressure me into it, and we were bumping heads, and we weren't going to agree, then the black dude pushed up on me. He got at me quietly, all alone, knocked to the side. I didn't really see him coming or expect him. He's like, what's up, Splinter? I thought we were cool. I was like, yeah, we're cooler than a polar bear's toenail, dog, but I can't play pinochle with you. He's like, that's messed up, man. You know, that's some racist shit. And just started going off on me. And I'm quite sure if my leg had not been fresh from plastic surgery, if I didn't have stitches in my leg from a dog bite, we probably would have chucked him. I think he was trying to get a one-on-one set up with me with the white boys. But, dude, his leg's messed up. If I went hobbling, bro, we probably would have chucked him. That's how mad this black dude was. He felt disrespected. He took it personal. I thought we were cool, Splinter. I can't believe you won't sit down and play a game with me. No one's enforcing the rules. No one's going to say anything. They will, though. I know how things follow you. So it was real awkward for me for a minute in that pod because, hey, the white dudes were kind of like giving me that side eye. And then the black dude was giving me the side eye. And I couldn't really get in where I fit in. But, dude, when it came full circle, I knew I was right. Because that youngster, the third man, ended up getting smashed. It followed him. We end up all leaving, going to different places, reception, different parts of the jail. They like to move you around. They sent that youngster out to the farm. Now, what he did, though, he was going around bad-mouthing a guy named Steve Ashley. That youngster who was going to sit down and play pinochle with the blacks left F2. They sent him to male minimum, and he had this dude, Steve Ashley's name in his mouth, Tough. He did this, accusing him of things. The problem is, everyone loves the homeboy Steve Ashley. He's a good dude. And there's no way he could do these things that this guy's accusing him of. So they're going to beat his ass based on that. The Woodpiles had a meeting, a junta, if you will, and they're getting together and talking about it. Should we smash this dude based on what he's saying about Steve Ashley? The funny thing is, as it turns out, there's two Steve Ashleys. So the thing he was saying about him was true because it wasn't even about the one we all know and love. It was about some other knack, some other J-Cat. So he was being truthful. He still was going to get beat up for talking about Steve Ashley. But while they're getting ready to beat him up, while they're plotting on him and the big issue is unfolding, a Pisces slides over to the Woods and says, hey, what are you guys going to beat him up for? Is it for playing cards with the blacks? Because I was there. I seen it. They're like, no, we have no idea what you're talking about. This is a whole other issue. But what do you mean? Tickle our ear. This sounds pretty interesting. And the Paisa went on to say, yeah, I saw him play cards with the blacks. Because what they ended up doing is they taught a second black dude how to play cards. So it was pinochle, 4 players, 2 Woods, and 2 blacks. And now there's Paisa, who can't speak very good English. Who needs English, bro? The universal language. He's throwing this dude all the way out there. Because people love to stir the pot. If you can get someone in trouble, boy, they'll do it in a damn heartbeat. Pice threw him out there. That dude ended up getting his ass beat and smashed, bro, as I would have if I would have sat down and played that day. So no, I didn't disrespect the blacks. No, it wasn't disrespectful. I'm just playing by the rules, homeboy. And that's probably why I'm GP inactive to this day. Now trip on this. Story number 2. What? I'm in pretrial, Kern County Jail in H-Pod. I more or less have the keys. There's an older homeboy who really has the keys officially, but he's kicking Gattaga so bad. He's sick. He doesn't not even really coming out of the cell all that much. H-Pod, the doors are open all day. They're locked, I believe, from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Homeboy's laying down and licking his nuts, as it were, because he don't feel good. He doesn't want to get out and do the politicking. So I got the keys for the white boys. I'm representing us. I'm speaking for us. But of course, I would take everything to him. Now, out of the blue, this black dude shows up one day. Ass totally packed with crack, lighters, little pipes, Brillo, straight up anything and everything you would need to sit there and just smoke rock all night long. He had it all. And the craziest thing about this guy, well, what's crazy about it is it's not uncommon. Actually, this is somewhat common. People who do this. Do what, you might ask? Catch a charge just to go to jail, just to get in there and be the man. This dude did purposely. He didn't have warrants. He didn't get caught slipping. He purposely went out there and caught a crime so that he would get locked up, so that he could be in jail, so he could take his ass packed in there with all kinds of illegals, bro. And you could sell a $20 piece for $100 in there all day long. So he took his ass packed. He went in there. He thought he was going to triple, quadruple, double up his money like to the max. He probably took $500 in there and he was going to come out, bro, 5,000. Who knows? Hey, sky's the limit. Especially rock. You could start off selling it for this price, and as you start running out, you could double the price. People get addicted. Allbad.com. So this dude came in there, took out all of his clavos, let everybody know, hey, store is open. I got it. What's up? I'm willing to do mail-outs. My people will go meet your people to change money hand to hand, or I'll take canteen. I'll take 10 to store right now. And he was ready to go, and he thought he was Scarface. He was going to get rich. But I went and talked to the homeboy who's kicking Gattaca real bad. And I shot a kite to the woods who were next door this way, and another kite to the woods this way. And we all got together, and we all agreed that we don't want the white boys on that shit. It's a big train wreck waiting to happen. We don't want the white boys on the phone calling their parents, doing all these mail-outs, and then going to the store and having all kinds of soups and coffee and giving them all to this dude. Now they're hungry all week long. They got no coffee. They got no zoom zooms and wham whams just because they got to smoke rock for 10 minutes. I mean, 10, 20, 30 minutes of smoking is going to cost you $100, $200, $300. Some people are going to get it and not be able to pay, get in a wreck. Some people are going to do it and get all weird and tripped out in their mind. I mean, who knows? But what we do know is it's all bad for the woodpile. It's all bad for the freaking white boy, homeboy. White boy, homeboy. The white man, as Sandman would say. Shout out to Sandman. Hey, bro. We got together and decided, Charlie Holmes, we're not going to let our people go out like that. And as a matter of fact, hey, they do that in prison all the time. They'll set caps. They'll say you can't get past a $200 debt. Or they'll say if you take on one debt, you can't get more until that one's paid. I mean, I almost got my neck sliced over that exact same issue. They had a rule where you couldn't have two debts at once. If you got in debt, you had to pay that before you got more. I had two debts at once, kind of, technically. And they're plotting on me to slice my throat on the way to breakfast. There's all kinds of rules all the time attached to drugs, but we went full blast. We went high power with this one, and we said, Charlie Holmes. But, dude, I could have never imagined. I had no idea how pissed that black dude would get. He was mad as a... Dude, he was hotter than fish grease. I mean, for one, now he's in jail. He basically put himself in jail. Like I said, didn't get caught slipping, didn't have warrants. He put himself in there so he could sell his goods. And now he's in jail with all these goods and no one will buy them. He has no customers. He's in jail in a miserable place with all this crack, bro, and can't do nothing with it. except for maybe give it to some of his people. He made a couple soups, but he wasn't making the big money. He was mad about it. And he was saying, Splinter, you guys are racist. You're part of the KKK. Because I've been to prison. You've been to prison. What's up, Splinter? You're allowed to do business with us. You're doing a cheap shot on me. You're being racist. I can't believe you're doing this to me, Splinter. I can't believe you told all your people that they can't buy off me when we both know the whites, the woods can buy off the blacks. What's up, Splinter? Why you do me like this? He took it personal. He was raising his voice. He was being mad about it. We were all on deck, homeboy. We were certain it was going to lead to a riot. And the black dudes were kind of tripping. They're telling him, dude, be quiet, bro. They didn't want to get in a big old riot. They didn't have a dog in the fight. It wasn't their dope. They weren't losing no money. They didn't really care about it. And they kind of saw our point. Yeah, some of them said, yeah, we understand you don't want to see your people all gacked out and broke. This dude mad about it. Raising his voice, yelling, is get ready beyond the cracking. Then the cop came walking through and that black dude took off on me a cheap shot. Punched me right in the mouth. Put me right in my pockets. People would clown me for getting knocked down, but I would say, hey, I didn't see the punch coming. Had I seen the punch coming, I could have braced myself. But when you don't see it coming, homeboy, it's real easy to fall down as I did. Stop clowning, I'd say. Because they were getting their clown on. That dude punched me right in the mouth, sent me on my ass, and knocked me across the room. I'll keep it all the way real. But I didn't see the punch coming, though. But the reason why he did that is because he wanted to get moved. The cops grabbed him, handcuffed him, took him, and took him all out of there, homeboy, sent him to another part of the prison. He ended up on the male minimum. With all his goods. He wanted to be at a different part of the jail so he could sell his stuff. And we shot kites to the farm. And we shot kites to D-Pod and A-Pod in different parts saying, hey, this is what this dude did. He has all this. He's trying to get rid of it. Shut him down. Don't buy anything off of him. Try to just get him, homeboy, try to get him just flagged and shut all the way down. He made out their male minimum. Even though we sent kites saying do not buy off him, people did. Easy to control a group of like 10 people, but much harder to control a group of 900. He went out there and he sold his goods, homeboy. But was I being racist? Was I being disrespectful? Definitely not. I was being respectful to the white man. Hey, and I'm not even the only one who called that shot. It wasn't like I just said, hey. It was the homeboy who was kicking Gottica who had the keys, and it was the wood reps on either side of the pod I was in. So trip on this. This is the third story. Oh, the third story, homeboy. Here we are. This is what you've been waiting for. I have seen 1,000,000 fights between the blacks and the Pisces over the TVs at the male minimum, the farm at Kern County Jail. Oh boy, have I seen so many fights. The reason why, it's a 42 man dorm. You walk in, they got a TV on this side, English-speaking TV for whites, blacks, Serenials, for whoever. And then the TV over here, it's a straight Paisa TV. Spanish all day, every day. Now, that's not really a problem, but I should mention, though, that TV back in the corner of that Paisa TV, it's got beds real close to it because beds line the wall. And then you got beds right here in the middle and beds right here. So if you are an English-speaking person and you don't speak Spanish, but you have a bed right over there under the Paisa TV, you might get aggravated with the constant loud Paisa TV, and all the Paisas will group up over there. So there's more people than that little space can even handle, can fit. So it's crowded, it's loud, and I've seen a lot of riots over it, and the blacks usually get pissed. It just takes one black dude to come in there and is talking shit like, fuck this TV. I hate this TV. I don't want nothing to do with this TV. It's too loud. Now, I remember when I was cellies with Wasco Mike at Wasco A Yard. He's a white boy who spoke fluent Spanish, and he had a TV. I did not have a TV, and every Sunday he'd have it on the Spanish channel all day long. He'd be listening, laughing because he speaks it. Bro, I should have learned how to speak Spanish. I should have had him teach me. I should have been enjoying the TV with him, but instead I was aggravated. It's like, dude, I don't understand it. I don't know what he's saying. I remember on Sundays being aggravated living with Wasco Mike. I didn't want to hear the Paisa TV. And now this black dude in the farm, my boy, is pissed off over the Paisa TV. And what he did, he took water and he put water in it and ruined it when everyone was going to lunch. And then they came back, bro, and it was a big old riot. It was on and cracking. Now, I lived on the other side of the barracks, homeboy. I didn't live anywhere near the Paisa TV. I'm over here. And the white boys are all over here because when the blacks and Paisas are rioting, we want out of the way. Let's give you guys some space, okay? The Piuses rushed the blacks because the blacks were in their TV. Now they're over there fighting by the TV. Everyone else, Southsiders, Woods, were on this side of the day room. Give them room to fight. But I got a bunkie, homeboy, because there are three. The bunk beds are three people. It's me, another white boy, and a paisa on that three-man bunk. And my bunkie was this little old paisa, this little guy. I see him over in the corner. He's like 6, 7 feet away from me, getting stomped out, getting his ass beat by a black dude who's way bigger than him. He was not getting stomped out, but he was... The dude had control of him, and he was just beating him like a rag doll. And I saw that, and I absorbed it, and I just couldn't, bro. And I got involved. And what I meant to do was just grab that black dude and pull him off the paisa. But when I went to grab him, he swung on me. Well, I mean, as he should have. Good for you. So I swung back. Now I'm fighting this black dude. And so some of my wood homeboys see me, so then they jump in. So now it's not really paisas, blacks, and they're even, same amount of paisas as blacks, a riot kind of even. Now the woods got involved, and now the blacks are losing. Because now they're having to fight the paisas and the woods. Because I got involved. Just like at Soledad, when the blacks and the whites fought, when the blacks and the woods fought on the football, bro, on the yard, homeboy, we were winning. It was even. The whites were getting the blacks, but over here on the basketball court, around the corner, there was way more blacks, and they were beating the woods down. Then one of the blacks took off on a white Southsider, so all the Southsiders got involved over on the basketball court by the phones. Now you have Woods and Southsiders handing it to the blacks, bro, beating them down because they're outnumbered. Just like in that dorm. It was even, blacks and paisas, but when I got in, having my bunkies back, because there is like an unwritten rule, you are supposed to have your bunkies back, homeboy. You're always supposed to have your bunkies and your cellies back, period. I couldn't let my little paisa bunkie begin there getting his ass handed to him by this big-ass black dude. I meant to just pull him off and turn into a big old fight. The cops came. They just took the dude out who ruined the TV. Somehow it got back to the cops. They knew who the guy who poured the water on it was. They took his ass out. Now you have all these blacks and woods and paisas who are just fought. They want it squashed. They say, okay, let's squash it. Let's move forward. But the blacks said, we want Splinter removed. Woodpile, get rid of Splinter. Beat him up and roll him up for putting his nose where it don't belong. And they're like, we can't do that. Like, okay, make him do burpees. Make him break out the house 123. Give him some sort of punishment. He did something. He was wrong to get involved and put his nose in our business. Bro, the Woods are not going to punish me for that. They have my back. The blacks just accepted it. Fizzuck it. The dude who caused the problem is gone. Hey, and now it's kumbaya, and now we're all happy until the next issue pops up just 5 minutes later. You know what time it is. It's time for me to cut the string and let it fly. Peace.